guys and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be one where I basically have a heart-to-heart with you. I really miss my old heart-to-heart with Harshi videos, to be very honest with you, but at the same time I have told you along the way as well that because those videos don't get as many views, I feel like even my chatty get ready with me, so that for that matter don't like not as many people watch it. That is the reason why I kind of started doing them less and less. I don't really do them anymore, and from time to time some of you even ask me that we really missed those videos, we really enjoyed those videos, but I just didn't get around to doing a lot of those. Like even today's video, I've done my makeup already, and sometimes I do feel that if I'm doing my makeup while talking to you, then मैं kind of plot से भटक जाती हूँ, या फिर एक बार मेरा makeup ख़त्म हो जाता है तो फिर मुझे लगता है कि मुझे ये video बंद कर देना चाहिए अब. So today I was more so feeling like, you know what, I want to have a genuine chat with you guys. I want to film this video where I'm able to share जो भी मेरे दिल में है वो सब कुछ with you, in the hopes that someone else watching this can kind of find value out of it, can learn something. I can be maybe a big sister, maybe a small sister. You might be able to relate with me if you have gone through similar things. अगर आप मेरे से बड़े हो और आपने भी ये चीज़ें अपनी लाइफ में एक्सपीरियंस की है तो आप शायद समझ पाओगे कि यू आर नॉट अलोन. एंड अगर आप मेरे से छोटे हो एंड आपको मैं बता सकूं कि मैंने लाइफ में कुछ ऐसी गलतियां की है जो आई होप कि दूसरे लोग ना करें, एंड अगर मैं पास्ट में वापस जा सकती तो मैं शायद ये सारी चीज़ों को सुधार पाती और शायद मैं सुधारती भी. So that is what I want to sit and talk to you guys about today and share these things with you, in the hopes that someone else out there can find help. I mean, not help, but can find value out of it, or maybe is able to relate to it, understand it, learn from it in some sort of way, shape or form. So in no particular order, absolutely, the first thing that I want to start with is valuing money. मैं इतने सारे स्टोरीज शेयर कर सकती हूँ विद यू गाइज इन टर्म्स ऑफ कब मैंने पैसों की वैल्यू नहीं की है, कब मैंने पैसे वेस्ट किए हैं और अब मैं वो चीज़ों को रिग्रेट करती हूँ. बट ऑब्वियसली आई कांट डू एनीथिंग अबाउट इट. आई कैन नॉट गो बैक इन टाइम. When I was still working part-time, and this is back in 2019, so it's been close to 5-6 years at this point, I spent so much money buying clothes, shoes, even bags not as much probably, skincare, a lot of really expensive stuff, and you can still watch some of those videos on my channel where I have reviewed high-end products, and I don't think I wasted my money there, but I kind of also did at the same time because I wanted to review those expensive products for you guys and share with you that they're not worth the money. And I think some of you even gained knowledge from it कि ये सच में प्रोडक्ट्स ऐसे हैं जिन पे हमको अपने खुद के पैसे वेस्ट नहीं करने चाहिए. सो दैट वॉज प्रॉबली हेल्पफुल टू सम ऑफ यू. बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट आई हैव बॉट लाइक स्टीव मैडन हील्स. लाइक I mean, that is something my friends tease me to this date, क्योंकि मैंने 8,000 रुपये वेस्ट किए on 2 pairs of heels which each costed me 4,000 rupees, and I have barely worn them. एंड अब वो इतने पुराने हैं, इनफैक्ट उनकी हालत भी इतनी ख़राब हो चुकी है कि वो अब अगर मैं पहनना चाहूँ तो भी नहीं पहन सकती. एंड टू बी ऑनेस्ट मैं नहीं पहनती हूँ अभी. आई एम नॉट अ गर्ल हु वेयर्स हील्स एनी मोर. आई हैव नॉट बीन फॉर लाइक 5+ years. So during that entire phase in my life where I was quite young and I didn't have to contribute at home, मैंने उस टाइम पे बेसिकली इंस्टेड ऑफ सेविंग मनी, इंस्टेड ऑफ स्टार्टिंग टू सेव अर्ली, आई थॉट कि अरे मुझे तो मतलब कोई रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ नहीं है तो पैसे उड़ाओ, मज़े करो. लाइक आई हैव गॉन थ्रू दैट फेज़. मैंने मतलब आई डिडंट डू अ लॉट ऑफ क्लबिंग, पार्टिंग, ड्रग्स, स्मोकिंग, वो सब नहीं किया मैंने, बट मैंने फिर भी बहुत सारे पैसे अननेसेसरी मटीरियलिस्टिक थिंग्स पे वेस्ट किए हैं. एंड नाउ लुकिंग बैक आई फील लाइक कि काश काश मैंने वो पैसे सेव किए होते, काश मैंने गोल्ड में इन्वेस्ट किया होता जिसकी प्राइस अभी कितनी ज़्यादा बढ़ गई है, या फिर आई कुड हैव स्टार्टेड डूइंग SIPs म्यूचुअल फंड्स फ्रॉम अ मच यंगर एज देन व्हाट आई इवेंचुअली एंडेड अप डूइंग. मतलब नाउ आई हैव बिन डूइंग इट फॉर आई थिंक अ ईयर और 2, बट उसके पहले मैं नहीं करती थी एंड काश मैंने किया होता. सो इफ़ यू स्टार्ट वर्किंग अर्ली, विच बाय द वे आई हाईली रिकमेंड, दैट इज़ एक्चुअली समथिंग जो मैं बिल्कुल भी रिग्रेट नहीं करती, इज दैट आई स्टार्टेड वर्किंग एट अ वेरी यंग एज, gained a lot of experience, because I feel like today at the age I'm at and the position that I have, and how hard I work in terms of my job and everything, वो सब कुछ बहुत अच्छा है. Not praising my own self, but I'm just saying that if you get a chance to start working at a younger age like 15, 16, please do it, because you will absolutely not regret it. And yes, earning from a young age can also be really helpful, but also make sure that you save all the money that you earn, because that would be like a stepping stone for the future. And definitely there are a lot of things जो मैंने बचपन में सोचा था कि at this age I'll have a car, at this age I'll start saving up and maybe put a down payment on a house, or maybe at this age I will buy myself expensive jewelry, and those are things जो मैंने, अब मैं उस एज में आ गई हूँ जो एज तक मुझे वो सब करना था. like I thought कि reaching 25 is like that is the age when I'm going to do amazing things, like all the things that I just mentioned, and I am 25 today और मैंने वो सारी चीज़ें नहीं achieve किए हैं because of XYZ, a lot of reasons. And while I don't regret that, because now I know कि I have a long life ahead obviously to live. I have half of my 20s remaining, I have my 30s as well, and hopefully in the next coming years I will achieve some of those things which I was planning to achieve by 25, and that is completely fine. I love being 25. I don't regret it. I think I have accomplished a lot of great things, and I'm also working towards achieving and accomplishing a lot of great things in the future. So yeah, I definitely thought कि reaching this specific age is going to be like like अब तो life set हो जाएगी मेरी, but वो नहीं हुआ unfortunately. But yes, apart from that, yeah, my I would say half of my 20s that I have already lived has been really great, and I have learned a lot of things. I've made a lot of mistakes, and there are definitely things I could have done better. Valuing money and hopefully saving money sooner would have been a really great addition. So if you are younger, that is something I would definitely tell you कि ये चीज़ पर थोड़ा सा ध्यान देना, because once you are older you will thank your younger self for it. Another thing जो I wish मैंने किया होता a couple of years earlier was maintaining friendships. And एक तो चीज़ ये है जो मैंने कुछ वीडियोज़ में शेयर किया होगा like सालों पहले, is friendships where I was taken for granted or taken advantage of, etc. And that is completely different. But I also had friends and friendships which, by the way, it's not like I don't have anymore. I've just lost touch with those friends, and I have been working on reconnecting with a lot of those friends and talking to them on a more consistent-ish basis. Matlab, maybe on the weekends, maybe every once in a while we drop each other a text or so and chat and reconnect, and sometimes I get to even meet some of them. Like, we make plans, we initiate those things samne se, and that is something that I would tell कि if you are someone who is like me, जो हमेशा सामने से नहीं जाता है लोगों से बात करने या फिर प्लान्स इनिशिएट करने के लिए, सो डू दैट. बिकॉज कभी कभी ऐसा हो सकता है कि सामने वाला जो है वो बहुत बिजी है, सच में बहुत बिजी है, बिकॉज उनकी लाइफ में भी बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स हो सकती है उस टाइम पे, एंड दैट इज़ वाई दे आर नॉट इनिशिएटिंग इट. या मे बी वो भी आपके जैसे ही हों कि दे आर नॉट कंफर्टेबल टू इनिशिएट. उनको लगता है कि आप बिजी हो इसलिए वो इनिशिएट नहीं करते, आपको लगता है कि वो बिजी है इसलिए आप भी इनिशिएट नहीं करते. डोंट डू दैट. ट्राई टू गो सामने से. मतलब तुम छोटे नहीं हो जाओगे, तुम्हारा कोई ईगो बीच में आ जाता है, एंड दैट इज़ वाई यू डोंट इनिशिएट प्लान्स. डोंट डू दैट, बिकॉज जैसे जैसे टाइम जाता है और जैसे जैसे हम बड़े होते जाते हैं, यू विल प्रॉबेबली मीट समवन, और भले अरेंज मैरिज हो या लव मैरिज, बट शादी हो जाएगी, फिर बच्चे हो जाएंगे, फिर जो टाइम है ना वो निकल जाएगा. एंड मुझे लगता है कि आई स्टिल हैव अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम. अगेन लाइक आई सेड, मतलब आई एम नॉट गेटिंग मैरिड एनी टाइम सून. आई एम वेरी मच सिंगल एंड आई हैव अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम फॉर सम टाइम. मतलब जितना टाइम मेरे पास अभी बचा है, अगर मैं जितने भी बाद शादी मतलब जितने भी साल बाद शादी करूँगी उतना टाइम तो अभी मेरे पास है फ़िलहाल कि आई कैन स्पेंड टाइम विथ माई फ्रेंड्स एंड ऑफ कोर्स यू नो वी आर ऑल वर्किंग, सो वीकडेज में नहीं पॉसिबल होता है, तो वीकेंड पे टाइम निकालो, तब प्लान बनाओ अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ एंड इनिशिएटिव लो ये सारी चीज़ों का, बिकॉज एक बार टाइम निकल जाएगा फिर आप उसको डेफिनेटली रिग्रेट करोगे. मुझे ऑलरेडी लगता है कि बहुत सारा टाइम निकल गया है जो मैंने वेस्ट कर दिया और मैं रिग्रेट करती हूँ कि काश मैंने इसके पहले इनिशिएटिव लिया होता है ये सारी चीज़ों का, बट इट्स स्टिल नॉट टू लेट. सो दैट इज़ ऑल्सो समथिंग आई टेल यू कि whatever stage of life you are at, especially if you are not married, because again I don't know what it's like to be married or have kids, so maybe that is going to be more busier for you. I can't speak as someone like on behalf of someone who's married or has kids, but as someone who is single, if you are also in that same boat, and when I say single I mean not married, ओके, इवन इफ़ यू आर इन अ रिलेशनशिप, फिर भी अपने दोस्तों के लिए टाइम निकालो, सिर्फ अपने बॉयफ्रेंड के पीछे मत भागो, बॉयफ्रेंड और गर्लफ्रेंड वॉट एवर, बिकॉज वाइल दैट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू स्पेंड क्वालिटी टाइम विथ योर पार्टनर, इट इज़ ऑल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू स्पेंड टाइम विथ योर फ्रेंड्स एज वेल एंड नॉट टू दोज फ्रेंडशिप्स एंड रिलेशनशिप्स, बिकॉज दोज आर I mean equally important or maybe a little less important, but they're still very important and they hold a very different place in your life as compared to what a partner does. So yes, that is probably the second thing that I would say, is that please make time for your friends and nurture those friendships, because that is something that will take you far in your life. And if you build a good foundation from now on, a mature adult friendship, that you build a good foundation of that, you will probably be able to somewhere keep up with it even after you get married, even after you have kids, because you know your friend understands you, you understand your friend, and you all will have a really good friendship, hopefully, to continue in the future as well. Okay, moving on next to the third thing which I want to kind of share with you guys is in terms of saving money, spending on the right things, not letting trends or you know like the popular things you know getting you to spend money which is not going to end up being useful at all. Now I have made a lot of videos in terms of beauty where I feel like you can save your money, but there are also more things that I feel like I have kind of spoken about, but this is going to be a very direct conversation what I'm going to tell you, and that is always go for economical things which add value to your life in some sort of way, shape or form, and that are actually essential. And when I say actually essential, I mean things like, if we're talking about beauty, a cleanser is essential, a sunscreen is essential, a moisturizer I would also say is kind of an essential. A lot of people don't use moisturizer and they just use sunscreen as a moisturizer, and that can totally work too. A retinol I feel like is definitely very essential, especially if you are around my age or so. If you've not started using a retinol, then you can probably start investing in one at this point. It is actually something that will make a difference. Having a makeup remover on hand is also something that would be really great depending on how often you wear your makeup. And even when it comes to makeup, I feel like having a small collection, that is a capsule collection, instead of spending money on a lot of different makeup products that you will probably not even use every single day, is something that's going to be a waste of money. So those are areas where you can actually cut down on, save money. I feel really strongly about clothes. I feel like I have seen so much content on the internet from Myntra, Newme, Amazon, Shein, what other brand I can't think of, Ajio also for that matter. Like so many people are doing content related to clothes, and literally in every video they're featuring like 5 clothes, and they do it you know on a weekly basis. And कोई इतने कपड़े नहीं खरीदता और किसी को इतने कपड़ों की ज़रूरत नहीं है. All you need is probably 5 to 10 pairs of clothes minimum. उससे ज़्यादा अगर आपके पास है तो that is probably excess in some way. मतलब when I say that, I am also speaking as someone who has more than 5-10 pairs of clothes. I did a shorts on this basically where I was wearing a new pair, not of pants, but basically every single day I'm switching up my top and seeing how many different outfits can I curate out of my existing wardrobe that I have. And I curated more than 30 outfits in the entire span of, I think it was a month and a half which I did this for. So clearly that means I will be wearing one outfit maybe like 10 times in the entire year, 10 or 12 times probably, let's see. I mean anywhere from 30 to 45 outfits is what I had already in my wardrobe. So अगर मैं यही same चीज़ cycle पे चला रही हूँ, every 30 to 45 days I start to repeat again from my like outfit number 1, तो 365 days में शायद मैं एक आउटफिट शायद ही 10 बार पहनूंगी, शायद 10 से भी कम अगर हम 45 का नंबर लेते हैं. अगर हम 30 का नंबर लेते हैं तो फिर प्रॉबेबली इट विल बी 10 to 12 टाइम्स, बट नॉट मोर देन दैट. सो दैट टेल्स यू, आई मीन हाउ मेनी क्लोथ्स आई हैव इन माई वार्डरोब, कि मैं एक आउटफिट 10 बार से ज़्यादा नहीं पहन पाऊंगी. सो the more you have in your collection, the less times you'll be wearing each and every single outfit. And I mean eventually after some point you will feel like अरे ये कपड़े मेरे पास इतना टाइम से है, मैं इनको फेंक दूँ. मतलब I don't know usually how long do you keep the same like outfit in your wardrobe. I think the most I've had one pair of outfit in my wardrobe is for 4 to 5 years. I feel like pants I go through way more quickly, but tops I have for a very long time, because pants मैं same pants बोलते हैं ना, हफ्ते में 2-3 बार तो पहन ही लेती हूँ, and then that continues for जब तक वो फट नहीं जाए या फिर they start looking worn and torn. But apart from that, when it comes to like tops, kurtas, dresses, oh my god, dresses, that is something I literally have so many of and I don't wear enough. And I have now started wearing dresses on the weekend, like when I go out to meet friends, or even if I'm going out with my mom or something. I have started now removing my dresses and wearing them literally every single Sunday, or at least every other Sunday whenever I am stepping out. Like today for example, I'm not stepping out. Today is a Sunday when I'm filming this. Today I'm not stepping out, so I won't be wearing a dress. But मैंने last Sunday dress पहना, उसके पहले मैं एक बार बाहर गई थी तभी भी मैंने dress पहना, because otherwise ये सारे जो कपड़े हैं ये मैं कभी यूज़ ही नहीं करूँगी, वो ऐसे ही पड़े रहेंगे. एंड देन इवेंचुअली आफ्टर सम पॉइंट आई विल फील कि अच्छा ये इतना पुराना है, मेरे पास इतने टाइम से है, मैंने यूज़ भी नहीं किया है, और मैं उठा के किसी को दे दूँगी. एंड दैट इज़ समथिंग विच माई मॉम गेट्स सो अनॉयड विथ मी विथ. एंड टू बी ऑनेस्ट मुझे भी ऐसा लगता है कि मैंने कितने पैसे वेस्ट किए हैं ऑन ऑल दोज थिंग्स जो मैं पहनती ही नहीं हूँ. So I just need to tell everyone that is out there that please don't go crazy with shopping for clothes. हमको इतने clothes की ज़रूरत ही नहीं है जितने हम देखते हैं या खरीदते हैं. Please don't scroll on Insta and end up buying clothes जिनकी आपको ज़रूरत नहीं है, because trust me, you already have a lot of clothes in your wardrobe. And I want everyone to do this challenge, especially if you have a big wardrobe. Do this challenge and tell me how many times I have, like for how many days can you wear outfits without repeating it. If the number is more than 30, like more than a month basically, then you don't need to buy more clothes. You really don't. And I think I'm going to personally go on a no buy as well, at least not a complete no buy but a low buy, where there might be 1 or 2 pairs of मतलब पैंट्स तो मैं खरीदूंगी बिकॉज वो ख़राब हो जाते हैं, बट आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट पैंट्स, आई एम मेनली टॉकिंग अबाउट लाइक टॉप्स. आई वॉन्ट टू गो ऑन अ लाइक as much of a no buy as possible. Like maybe 1 or 2 things I might buy अगर मुझे लगता है कि this adds value to my wardrobe in some way, like maybe a staple like a black shirt or like a plaid shirt, or maybe a printed shirt, something that I don't have already in my wardrobe. अगर मुझे वो खरीदना हो, if I want to add that to my wardrobe, then it is fine. But even kurtas for that matter, I have so many kurtas. And पहले ऐसा होता था कि I used to only wear kurta if I was going to a puja, or if there is some sort of like family function, तो मैं वहीं पे कुर्ते पहनती थी. Now I've started wearing kurtas to work every single day. And I know some people in general wear kurtas like to office every single day because वो office का एक dress code है. But if you are someone who has a more casual dress code at work and you don't need to specifically wear just kurtas or just tops or just formal shirts, try to. And yes, by the way, this is also something that I would like to say. If you are someone who has a dress code at work and your wardrobe has other kind of clothes. Like for example, let's take an example. If your wardrobe, like if your office ka dress code is that you need to wear formals every single day, that is the only thing you should have majority of in your wardrobe, because you are going to work every single day. तो वो तो हमको चाहिए ही चाहिए, बट उसके अलावा जो चीज़ें आप डे टू डे बेसिस पे नहीं पहनते हो, वो सारी चीज़ें आपकी wardrobe का एक बहुत ही छोटा परसेंटेज होना चाहिए. मेरे पास अच्छा खासा कुर्ता कलेक्शन जमा हो गया था, एंड I kept adding 1 or 2 pieces to it every now and then I felt like okay, now I have a lot, मुझे कुछ भी फेंकना नहीं है, because it is all in very good condition. I don't wear them too much, there is not too much of wear and tear. मैं इसको क्यों फेंकूँ या क्यों किसी को दे दूँ, because इतने अच्छे अच्छे कुर्ते हैं मेरे पास. That is when I started wearing them to work, not every day but every once in a while, and now I feel so much better because I have so many outfits that I don't need to repeat my outfits, and I just do not need to buy clothes for a while, at least. Like I said, मतलब I don't think at least 2026 तक तो मैं ज़्यादा कपड़े नहीं खरीदूँगी. If you guys have watched the occasional Myntra haul or Ajio haul that I have done in the past, that is when I was buying clothes, and I have a lot of those clothes till now as well. And even this, for example, what I'm wearing today is something that I've had for years and years and years. बीच में तो मैं इतना नहीं पहन रही थी because it was not fitting me, but now it kind of does fit back again because I've lost a little bit of the weight that I had put on, and yeah, that is I feel like मैं बहुत सारे अलग अलग tangents पे चली गई with this third point, but it is something that is so important that I really wanted to tell everyone, is that please don't go in like wasting your money on buying more and more clothes. It's not worth it, and you can actually save so much money by not buying too many clothes, or even for that matter skincare, makeup, etc. And a really good thing that you can do is give yourself a monthly budget. This is going to segue into my fourth point of how you can allocate funds in terms of your savings, allocate funds in terms of how much you're allowed to spend a month, in terms of like beauty things, clothes. You can even do a separate budget for going out with friends, or spending on hobbies, or if you want to join like a dance class or a gym, or some other sport or some other activity, you can allocate funds to that, and that way you know where your money is going every single month and what you're spending towards. Have like a financial tracker planner. You don't have to buy a fancy book or anything for that. Just jot down in like a normal notebook or a diary that this is how much you're making every month. If you're someone who is a salaried person and you get a fixed income every month, this would be specifically helpful. And if you are someone who's into freelancing as well, you still kind of have ki how much you will make more or less in a month. At least you have a minimum, and that way you can then make a budget कि अच्छा इतना ही spend कर सकती हूँ मैं, या इतना ही spend कर सकता हूँ मैं, because इतने ही पैसे मुझे मिलने वाले हैं इस महीने minimum, and then anything you make on top of that would obviously be additional, that you can then decide कि अच्छा अब मैं इसमें इतना पैसा डाल सकता हूँ, इसमें इतना पैसा डाल सकती हूँ, that kind of thing. There are definitely way more things that I want to share with you guys in terms of this. If you enjoyed watching this video, then let me know. I'll probably do a part 2, but already this video is 23 minutes long. I don't want it to be anything longer than this. So I really wanted to share these things with you, and I hope that you found some sort of value through it. And if you enjoyed this, then let me know. I'll probably do a part 2 video and share more such things with you, which I really want to do, and have these unfiltered conversations with you about how I genuinely feel about certain things, and hopefully help you guys through that. So that's going to be it for this video. My voice is like leaving me, so I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you in my next one. Until then, bye.